Hello friends, in this lecture we'll try to understand about the concepts of operating system. So in our first lecture we will be understanding about introduction to operating system. So let us begin. So before that we need to understand what exactly is a operating system. So for that we have to understand this figure. So in this figure you can see there are number of users available. In between we can see some operating system layer is available and hardware layer is available. So the operating system is actually acts like an interface in between the user layer and the hardware level. For example, we are actually the user, we are using a lot of services from the computer system. For example, we need to print anything, we need to perform, we need to save any data into the computer. Okay, so for that the computer need to understand all those instructions. The operating system is actually dictating or managing all those operations on behalf of us. So that is the main primary aim of the operating system, is that it acts like an interface in between the user and the hardware. Same, the definition is given over here. Now let us try to see what happens if we don't have an operating system at all. So it will cause a lot of problem that all of us know, but what kind of problem it can cause, let us try to understand those. For example, the first point, that is the interaction between user and the hardware will become very complex. What exactly is this? Suppose we need to print some application. So what exactly we are doing? We are just opening a PDF file, pressing on the print button, and the computer will do the job for us. But what exactly the complexity in between that if we don't have an operating system? So if we don't have an operating system, the user need to open the PDF file. For that, the user need to write a program separately to opening the PDF file. Then once the PDF file is open, then user need to write another program to use the printer, followed by another program to print all the information that is available in the PDF file. So for this small piece of task, user had written 3 or more number of programs. Now for every time whenever user is using a printer or any hardware devices, the user need to write those programs and need to execute. So it is becoming a complex process. Similarly, there are other problems associated. For example, if the environment is a multi-user environment, then management of resources will become difficult. What exactly it is? Suppose a printer is connected to a number of users in a distributed manner. Now two users try to access the printer at the same time. Now if you don't have OS in between, now who will get access to the computer, that we don't know. So here the operating system is acts like an management authority in between the two user. So if the user which has actually requested earlier will get the printer first, and let the other user to wait for some time, and once the job is done for the first user, then it will allow the next user to print the required information. So this is how OS works in between user and the hardware. So there are also other hardwares available, like your keyboard and mouse, your RAM, your secondary storage devices like hard disk, then pen drives. So in order to use all this in a very easy way, we need to have an operating system. Now coming to the next slide. So here we will understand about goals of operating system. So the primary goal of an operating system is convenience. So what exactly is a convenience is how easily the operating system is actually accessible. For example, how easily we can use a operating system. Okay, so this is the main meaning of the convenience. Next, the goal is throughput. So the basic definition of a throughput is the number of tasks executed per unit time. So we have different operating system available in the market, and each of those operating system, they are actually focusing on some of the goals. For example, the most commonly used operating system across the world is Windows. So Windows actually it focusing on the convenience part of the operating system. So that's why most of us, the users, we are using Windows. Whereas the Linux operating system, it is actually based or actually focusing on the throughput. Next, we will try to understand about functions of operating system. So there are variety of functions available. The first one is process management. So in operating system, we have everything in the form of process. You try to add two numbers, it is a process. You try to print something, it is a process. So all the operation inside the operating system, that is, you try to watch any video, you try to listen any music, everything is a process. So the process management is actually taken care by the operating system. So if you don't have an operating system, all this process, the user, they are going to manage by themselves. But once we have created the operating system, so this is one of the major functionality that the operating system is going to manage all those process. Which process will be executed first, which process will be executed next. So if one process is executing, and if any important process is trying to execute, okay, so all those things will be managed by the operating system under the concept of process management. Next one is memory management. So when the memory management comes, the first thing that need to become in our mind is that memory management is actually talking about the RAM of the computer system. And when it comes to the RAM of the computer system, it is limited in nature. So we cannot go on adding memory, or we cannot utilize space or more RAM of a system, because it is limited in nature. So whatever process which is exactly executing at a point of time, only those process need to be available on the RAM. If that process has executed its part, then immediately that process need to be swapped out or removed from the memory. So all this management is actually done by your operating system. So if you don't have an OS in between, so all this part need to be taken care by the user, so which will become a complex thing. Next one is storage management. So storage management, it is basically dealing with the secondary storage devices like your hard disk, your disk inside your system, okay, your internal disk, okay, then your any other separate devices that is available which contains storage. So all those things will be coming under your storage management. Here also, in storage management, all the information is actually kept in a inside the computer system in the form of file system. Okay, so all these things are actually managed by your storage management part of your operating system. Next one is file management. So as I said earlier, whatever information we were trying to keep inside the computer system, it is in the form of file. You try to store any information, you try to store any data, it will be in the form of file. So how the files are actually getting saved? So this is actually taken care by the file management part of your operating system. Okay, like creation of directory, then placing some sort of file inside the directory, everything is actually coming under the file management part. Next one is device management. So when the term comes device management, it includes all the devices that is actually getting connected to the computer system. For example, all the IO devices like your keyboard, your mouse, USB devices, video card, sound card, everything. So all those devices are, when it is getting connected with the system, it need to be managed by some sort of authority. So if any problem is occurring with that particular devices, so corresponding error or corresponding message need to be displayed. So all those things are actually taken care by the device management. And the primary part in the device management is that whenever we try to use any new device, okay, so for that we need, first of all we need to install some sort of device driver. For example, if you purchase a USB cam and you try to utilize with your with your computer system, so when you try to plug in with that USB camera, so some sort of pop-up will come up, or some before usage you need to install some sort of driver. So that device driver is actually getting installed into your computer system in the background, and whenever that device for the next time it is getting connected, that device driver will run in the operating system, and finally you can able to use the devices. The next part is security. This is one of the most important aspect of operating system, because it protects your computer from malware and other threats. So the primary sort of security that is provided into your operating system, suppose when we purchase any computer or laptop, first of all we set some sort of password. So password is the primary security concept that is being available in your operating system. Apart from that, every operating system is having some sort of security measure, like it is having some sort of firewall, some sort of antivirus concepts, which actually restrict the malware entry into your computer system. Networking. So this particular concept, networking, is only available for those systems which are actually distributed in nature. So in distributed system, a lot of computer peripherals are actually connected to one single CPU. Okay, so that means some number of user are actually same particular CPU. So in that, if we don't have any particular concept called networking, which user is exactly using which particular part of RAM or part the secondary storage, everything is actually taken care by your networking part. Then the next option is job accounting. So in the job accounting part, the operating system is actually keeping track of all the jobs that is actually running. Job is nothing but it is a kind of process only. So job means some sort of set of processes actually running. Okay, so it need to track all those resources, how much time is exactly that particular job is required to run. So all those things will be taken care inside your job accounting part. So this is all in the introduction part of your operating system. Thank you.